services that other people would want to buy the services from us, okay? Because one thing that I have found is that people like people who are like them or like they would like to be. So that's one thing that I found out. People like people who are like them or like they would like to be. Like, for instance, when I met you, I saw your videos, I listened to your trainings, I saw your philosophies and your attitude about success and helping people, and I liked the way you are, and you were somebody that I strive to be like, and even to this day, I strive to be like that. So that attracted me to you, right? That attracted me to your business. And as a result of that, if I'm not mistaken, the first month that I got started with you, with your company, we did $72,000 in sales without bringing a sales team over to your network marketing company. And I ended up becoming the master distributor, the master trainer of that company. We were doing close to $1 million in volume, you know what I mean, towards the end of the, of that run. And it's just been an incredible blessing. But it was those philosophies that you taught me that nowadays, we've been very fortunate. My mom, I'm 33 years old, and my mom is now retired. And I've got 4 different income streams that are 6 figures each. And that's just something that to me, it's like a sport. It's something that I'm very happy and passionate about. And more importantly, we're helping a lot of people with every single one of these avenues, if that makes sense.
Man, did y'all hear what JC just said? He said he's got 4 6-figure yearly income streams coming in. So when we talk about going to the next level, you got to really expand your brain. You got to expand your mind. Now check this out, because this is critical what I'm about to tell you. In school, I want you to literally stop and think about who taught you how to make money in school. So grades 1 through 12, which one of the classes were the here's how you make money class? Anybody have that class? Because I didn't have that class. Okay, maybe they were waiting until we got to college. So you go to college for 4 years or more, and where was the how to make money class in college? I don't know of any of those classes. So everybody's got to really pick up what I'm talking about here, because you got so many people failing financially, and they don't know why they're failing. They're frustrated. And so the one thing I would like for JC to hit on here, because I'm going to rip tonight a little bit, because I know that people, when they're looking for information, they need stuff that works. We don't need to have to waste a lot of time. I'm sitting here in my home that's really like a dream home for 99.9% of the world, and it's because I came from being a small town country boy raising pigs to really asking the question, who taught me how to make money? And once I started asking the question, who taught me how to make money, that changed everything for me. Now, speaking of school, JC, one of the companies you own, let's talk to people about what you do on a daily basis and talk about the horror stories that you're dealing with, so we can bring some awareness to how important the information is that we're sharing. Go ahead and share that with some folks, JC.
Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Noland. Well, one of my businesses is a student loan forgiveness company. So we help people that have student loans to drastically reduce their monthly payments, or to eliminate them altogether. It just depends on the individual. But it's very ironic, because see, it goes back to when I was in high school. First of all, I was born in Mexico, brought to this country at age 6, and needless to say, I wasn't voted most likely to succeed. I went to community college for a little while, so I didn't go to college, and I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that I didn't go. But interestingly enough, I became an entrepreneur through network marketing, which I still have my network marketing business that goes very well. But one of my passions was to open up traditional businesses. And that traditional business that I opened up in March of this year, okay, is a student loan forgiveness company. And one of the things that I see is this. You see people that have from $30,000, $10,000, $50,000, $100,000, $300,000 in student loans. Like chiropractors have some big student loans. The point is this, that we get every day, we help 10 to 15, sometimes 20 people on a daily basis to fix their student loans. And we hear the stories. We hear people that are $30,000 in debt, $60,000 or $100,000 in debt. Then they get a job that doesn't make that much money, and then they could barely afford to pay the interest, right? And so it's a negative interest. So guess what? They're making a payment and their loan is going up. And so when I see all of that, and I was always told, you know, if you invest if you go out there and you work on your job, you'll make a living. But if you work on yourself, you'll make a fortune. So when I would go to seminars, Mr. Noland, like your seminar and like other seminars, like, you know, I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins and different people. So I started investing myself. And honestly, the best mentors I've ever had are my mentors in network marketing. Now I've got an organization of 35,000 people in my network marketing business. And every time that they pay a membership, I make a couple dollars, right? So I've been the guy that I looked up to these mentors, and now I've got a lot of people that call me their mentor. It's an incredible blessing, but I bid on that philosophy of I've got to go out there and get that self-education. I got to go out there and work on myself. You know, as Jim Rohn says, he says, seldom will your income exceed your personal development. So imagine if success is on the top shelf, and here's the way I envision it. And for me to reach that top shelf success, I've got to reach it by standing on top of all of the books and seminars and audios that I have listened to. So I have to listen to and read a lot of these books in order for me to achieve those levels of success that I want to achieve. Because the reality is the other one. You know, I've got a lot of friends that went to school, studied hard, got good grades, graduated, and then they got a student loan, right? They went to school, and now they have a degree that they're not working. They've got a job in something completely different than the degree that they got, so they're not even using it. They've got $50,000 to $100,000 in student loans that they can't afford to pay, and they're making $30,000 a year. And so I decided to go out there and study success principles. I started to learn about how money works. I started learning about how to make money from people that knew how to make money. I had mentors that were millionaires, and I started listening to them, and I started making $1 million a year. And then I started building this residual income. So I see the horror stories of people that are out there struggling to make ends meet. And, you know, one of the fun things I tell them is this. Here's the deal. People that are making ends meet, most of them are doing the same thing over and over. And guess what? They're always going to be making ends meet because guess what? Ends don't meet. Does that make sense? So they're always, you know, trying to they're trying to achieve something different for the most part. They're trying to achieve something different, doing the same thing over and over.
All right, I want to make sure everybody, let's just do a quick recap on what JC said, because I like to make sure that people get it. That's why the event we're doing January 14th to 15th is so important to you, especially in this environment, especially with what we got going on right now in the political environment, not just here in the United States of America, but globally. You know, people are shooken up all over the world, and why everybody's freaking out and talking and panicking today. I haven't even looked at the news today. You know why? Because it's not going to affect me. There's a premises, there's groundwork that's established that's going to allow capitalism now to happen. So there's going to be different shakeups, but there's always going to be free markets in the world. I'm very convinced of that. And I've been hearing that the sky's falling now for over 20 years. So JC talked about he has a company that deals with student loan issues and forgiveness and restructuring every day. And the average, I think we talked about this earlier, JC. So what do those loan balances, student loan balances, look like on average?
The low ones you said?
What's the average of them? From what to what?
The average is over 35, 40,000.
Okay, so that's the average, over 35, 40,000. I think you told me earlier you're ranging between 10,000 that you see up to how much? You say like 300,000?
Over 300,000, yes.
Over 300,000? Now, I don't know if it's on video or not, because, you know, my facial expressions might be tripping people out. Y'all hitting the chat. Can y'all see me on the video or just hear the audio? Somebody give me a chat, because when he said over 300,000, I couldn't believe it. So nobody can see me on the video, right? Let me just make sure.
No.
Because my facial expressions were oh, here we go. I'm gonna see. Can y'all see me now? Y'all should be able to see me now, right? Y'all should be. Somebody should be able to see me now. Just type in if y'all can see me, because you can't see me yet. Hold on, not yet. I should be on there, man. It says that I'm on there. I mean, damn, man, because I'm telling you, I want people to see this, Jay-Z. I'm talking about.
I agree.
This is what I'm telling everybody, man. Like over 300,000 $100,000 that people are paying. For what?
Right.
What are people paying for? What in the hell is that sound? I don't know, hit something. I don't even know what the heck I'm hitting over here. Okay, so tell me, what are people paying for? People are going to school to learn how to be successful, right? But what, successful at what? See, the objective is to be able to live a good life. How are you going to live a good life? So let's think about what it takes to have a good life. This is why I've helped people make so much money when they get around me. And I know, JC, you can attest to that. And now I'm learning stuff from JC. It's what I love about people that learn from me. We start rocking with each other. You're going to have stuff come out of you. But listen, what is it that people are trying to learn? See, to me, when you learn to be successful, wouldn't that mean that you got to have a house, you got to have transportation, you got to have food, you got to be able to take care of your children, you got to be able to help out the less fortunate? What in the world dictates all of those things? See, the thing that dictates all of those things, and some people say they can't hear me. JC, you still can hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
All right, y'all gotta, if you can't hear me, you gotta hit your button over there, and y'all type in and let people know, how they can hit it, because there's you gotta hit the audio button over there. So listen, what dictates all those things is money. So what JC said is he had to make sure he had a healthy concept about money, because people talk about, let's go to school, let's be successful. But hell, we're successful at what? See, I want to be successful at the areas of my life. Here's success for me. When I go to the store, and I got pictures of this, and I'm going to post it. I went to the store the other day, and hallelujah, the Target is getting it. Y'all better pay attention to Target, the superstore, because they're understanding that organic and non-GMO is the way to go. All right, so when I eat, I eat every much as I possibly can, it's going to be organic, non-GMO, because I got to eat real food. So when I go into Target, they're opening up the whole selection using their buying power to provide people an option. Now, over there in the steak aisle, I saw the difference between class, because I went and looked at my filet mignon. That's right, I like some filet. So I'm over to the filet mignon section, and I look at it, it has the regular filet, and it has this price on it. The next one, check this out, JC, check it out, everybody. The next one has organic. And I'm like, okay. Then it had another section. So the regular one had one price, a higher price was organic. Does everybody get that? See, you got to be more successful to take the organic. Then it had grass-fed organic. So it was 3 different sections. So each one of them bumped up in price. See, and the more successful you are, the more you can afford to eat better food, which it always impacts your health. See? So money is going to play a critical part in your health. When you worry and you stress yourself, guess what you're doing? You're bringing down your health. I went to a cancer facility. I had a friend that got cancer years ago. When I was there, I asked the doctor, why are people getting so much cancer? He said the reason that people are getting cancer is because, what the hell is that ringing? I'm going to figure this out so nobody can ring me when I'm talking. He said the reason people get cancer is because of this simple fact, that they got immune deficiencies. Everybody got that? So the reason that a person gets cancer is because of an immune deficiency. And I said, well, what's the number one cause of an immune deficiency? He said stress. Now I want everybody to make sure they got that. So stress is the number one cause of the immune deficiency. So this brought it all home to me that money's going to impact you. And the reason a lot of people get cancer because they don't have enough money, because they're too stressed, and they don't have enough money, they're stressed out. They don't know how to think. They don't know how to act. and all of you can relate to this at some time or another, man, having those bills be an absolute issue. So here's the bottom line. If people are paying, and when I say paying, they're taking loans out to go to school, and everybody's clapping when a person goes to school, true? So they go to college, hey, they're going to college, go get a degree. They're going 10, 20, and JC told you on average he's seeing about 30, 35,000 in debt. Now watch this. I used to teach this every single day. If you have a $40,000 student loan, and JC can verify this, if you just make the minimum payment and pay it back 25 years, which they'll give you, 25 years, you will end up paying back $244,000 when that interest continues to compound. So 40,000 turns into 244,000. So if you had money, expendable money, and you could invest, who wouldn't get involved in that business? So there's people that are behind this. That's right, Santiago said, wow. There's people that are behind this. The system is keeping people dumbed down. What JC and I are doing is we're not going to tap on this. We're going to bust through this. And we're going to get people to understand that, guess what? Check this out. We're going to get people to understand, and we're going to break down all these barriers. We're going to take the fog off of people and the scales off of people's eyes and go, here's what you can do. Here's how you can do it. Now, my #1 students make over $2 million per month based on the stuff that I taught them. See, I came in the industry of success principles and learning how to develop my business November the 13th, 1995. You checking me out? I'm 3 days away from my anniversary of learning how to be financially free. It took me 18 months to start learning how to make over $20,000 a month in the business of having a home-based business, direct sales business. It took me 18 months. It took me until I was my 5th year in the industry to make my first $100,000 a month. So November of 2000 approximately is when I learned how to make 6 figures in a month. Again, I'm not promoting any company now. I'm not making any income claims. This is an informational call, period. So that's what happened. Then I started learning how to build businesses that would grow and blow that out of the water. So my #1 students took what I had and they started learning. I've got 2 that makes over $1 million a month. I got 1 that's over $2 million now. I don't know how many I've got over 6 figures a month. The reason that they do this is because we show people how to get it done. First and foremost, we take these scales off their eyes. We take the plugs out of their ears. We take systems and not just verbalize it. We give you step-by-step systems on how to do it. Now, people have been trying to get me, including JC Rangel, for years to come and take the success principles that I know that would only be designated for one particular company. And they said, please take this to the entire industry of direct sales. Take it to the real estate profession, because if realtors understand it, it's not prove it. Once they get it, they start blowing up. So take it to the mortgage professionals, which I got involved in the mortgage banking and brokerage and blew the doors off of it back in 2002, all the way through 2007. It was hard for anybody to catch me, man. I rocked it. I broke the company's record out of the water. And they said, how did you do that? You never had any experience. Everybody pick this up. If you build strong people, you can sell any product. So no matter what company you're in, no matter what industry you're working in now, if you hang out with our training that we're about to bring to the industry, you're going to become stronger than anybody you know knows. Now, what would it be worth to you to be strong, to not have any doubt about how you're going to learn how to make 6 figures a month? Literally, we're going to teach people how to do it. Now, JC's going to be excited about this because my IT staff has been working around the clock for the past 48 hours to launch our new portal. So I have a company, I said, it's called Success by Media, LLC. A division of that is called Success by Networking. I'm blessed because JC Rangel is wanting to do a collaboration with me on an event that's sponsored by Success by Networking. We're calling it the Millionaire Entrepreneur Blueprint. Then we did one last year, and we just kind of just threw it out there like 150 people showed up at the last second, okay? We're going to do it again this year. And so the Success by Networking site is up with a direct link to the training that we're about to release. Tickets go on sale right now. So everybody better listen carefully, man, because there's an opportunity. Now I'm going to turn it over to JC. JC, I hope you don't think I'm talking too much, but we got to make up time. Here we go. So go to Success by Networking, www.success, I'll type it in, successbynetworking.com. When you go to successbynetworking.com, you're going to see where it says next event. So you'll see a big word network. And if you click next event, you're going to be able to see there's a couple of videos there. Down at the bottom, you're going to see there's ticket sales. Now, for the first 30 people that get tickets, you get preferred seating. So you sit up at the front, which is always an advantage. So the first 30 people that get tickets, you go to the front. So you got to make sure you're getting this or you're going to miss an opportunity, because I'm telling you, JC's been begging me, people have been begging me to do these events for years. This is only the second time I do a generic event. Now this is going to start to steamroll because now my company is going to expand out everywhere. And I've got collaborations like today. Brendan Bouchard had a connection. Brendan Bouchard, Les Brown, all these people are coming at me trying to get some collaborations happening. So they've got their, I guess you would say their agents and stuff, or people that they're connected to, trying to get me to go to work with them. So if you want an opportunity to be able to hear what very few people who have heard, and what all these people keep going nuts about. So I got all these people that they're bugging me to death, man, about how to get this information. So we're going to make this stuff available to the public. So you can get over to successbynetworking.com. If you click on, or you can scroll, matter of fact, scroll down to the bottom, you can see where you get these tickets. Now, people typically going to pay me $1,000 an hour for consultation fees, $1,000 an hour, easy. I got a project I'm doing here starting tomorrow. I'm going to do 12 45-minute calls. They're going to pay me $12,000 just to do that. Why? Because people know that you need information that you can utilize that can turn into results. So check this out. This would typically, you'd have to pay us about $12,000 for this event. We went ahead and marked it out, what's all going to be entailed in this event. It's about a $12,000 event. We're going to make this, because we're building up the company, we're going to make this thing available for everybody to be able to get in at $299. It's a 2-day event, $299. And then we've got where you can get the tickets for couples is, I think it's $498. So you get $100 off if you're couples. So instead of paying 2 full prices, you get $100 off. Now, early bird pricing is $50 off of each one of these tickets. So you can get $50 off each ticket. So instead of $299, you can get it at $249, limited time. First 30 people, reserve seating. And you're going to have it. You're going to have a special name badge that says reserve, so that you're able to get up front, and we have them held off. Now, JC, what are you thinking about what's going to be happening with what we're about to do with this event and what we're doing with the information we're sharing with people?
Well, Mr. Noland, what's going to happen is that a lot of success stories are going to be created, because we know what happened last time. You know, people have been asking us. I know they've been asking you, and they've been asking me, when is the next event? When is the next event? And luckily for all of us, because we get a lot from doing these events as well, it's January 14th and 15th is when we're doing this event. You know, the bottom line is this, that you ask this question all the time, and this is the question that I ask all the time as well. And I ask people to ask themselves this question: who taught you how to make money? Who did you learn how to make money from? And most of us learn from our parents, right? And but I could only speak for myself, but I know that my parents didn't have the lifestyle that I wanted. Just like when it comes to this business, I ask all the time, if you buy somebody's excuses or you buy somebody's opinion, you're buying their lifestyle. And I would only really listen to people and consider people's opinions who I would trade lifestyles with, who I would trade bank accounts with. So when we come to the trainings that we're going to teach people, the stuff that we're going to teach people January 14th and 15th, stuff like, the personality training, stuff like the mindset of a winner, the mindset of the $1 million mindset, how to make $1 million. Because before I met you, I had never made $1 million in my career. But when I learned those philosophies, okay, and those strategies and those techniques, I went out there and I made $1 million inside of a 6-month period. So this is all stuff that's true. And here's the thing. Here's what I tell people. Achieving monetary success, okay, and really just success in anything is not hard. As a matter of fact, I'll venture out to say it's easy. And the reason why is because nobody's even trying. Most people are out there messing around with, with their life. And, Jim Rohn says it best. He says, while other people are sleeping, I'm out here working. While other people were studying, while other people were partying, I was studying. While other people were soaking up the sun, I was soaking up ideas. And those are the differences. So nobody's really trying. So regardless whether you're in network marketing, real estate, or whatever industry that you're in, it's very simple. If you want to fail, follow the masses. So that's one of my philosophies. If you want to fail, follow the masses. The masses don't get up early. The masses don't have a morning routine. The masses think 8 hours. Somebody told me, yeah, it's because I work 8 hours a day. I said, yeah, I remember when I had a part-time job. Yeah, 8 hours to me is part-time. If you want to achieve big things, you got to work your tail off. You got to work harder than the next person, but you also got to work smarter. You got to know how to have the systems in place, but at the same time, you need to know how to become a master influencer. You got to influence other people to want to work with you. Then you get to a point where you influence. They'll get to a point where people are going to be happy to work with you or to work for you and to give you money because of the value that you bring to their life. So I believe in a short answer. What's going to happen from this event? We're literally going to create in the next 12 to 24 months. We're going to get a couple of people that get out of that training, that are going to go out there and apply that training, and are going to make a 7-figure income. I venture to say at least 4 to 6 people that attend that training are going to get out there and make a 7-figure income in the next 12 to 24 months, because that is the difference between people that are successful and people that are not successful. I invest, Mr. Noland, over $10,000 a year, minimum $10,000 a year just on my personal development. When it comes to the seminars, the travel for my personal development, the books and the audios and everything that I attend, if it's $10,000 that I spend a year, that is a little bit, because I understand that if I pour my wallet into my mind will fill my wallet back up times 10. So that's my philosophy. So I believe that that's what's going to happen after the Millionaire Entrepreneur Blueprint.
It's funny. I just watched a young man that said that he got his ticket, Dino the Delco. Now, Dino lives in Slovenia. You catch that? JC? Dino
Wow.
lives in Slovenia, and he said he got his ticket already. So that was smart. Because,
You just released it.
I know. So
wow.
So the tickets are available right now. You go to Success by Networking, successbynetworking.com. You scroll down, you click on next event or live events. You'll be able to go over and purchase the ticket. And the first 30, I got to put that up on Facebook, because the first 30 going to get the preferred seating, and we're going to get some VIP stuff for the first 30, JC, that we're putting together.
Wow.
Now I've got working right now. I'm talking to the hotel, because I've got DJ Justice. We're working on him coming in for that Saturday night. We're going to probably throw a party that Saturday night. I got to get this with the hotel. So you remember the old Heat parties and how awesome those were. Yes. It's going to be a blast. So I'm looking at throwing a party on Saturday night. It's going to be rocking. Let me see it. Marina lives in Slovenia as well. That's 2 tickets bought from Slovenia.
Wow.
So people coming from the world. We're going to turn it.
And that goes to what I just mentioned, that success is not hard. You got people that are willing to do that, travel all the way from Slovenia to California for the new year. But then guess what? Then there's always people, and this is what the masses are, right? a bunch of people that they'll sit and wait and complain about the new president. They'll complain about the economy. They'll complain about their boss, their spouse, and everybody else. And what they don't understand is that is exactly, they complain about it. They blame other people, right? Then they justify, money isn't everything. Those are the three signs of a victim. They blame, complain, and justify. But a champion takes 100% responsibility for everything. One of the things you taught us is this. When you say, close your eyes, right? And imagine your bank account, put your pin in, hit balance. Whatever that is, whatever that shows, that is because of you. You're the problem, but at the same time, we're the solution. So most people are going to go out there and spend, let's say, for instance, $250 on a ticket, but instead of spending $250 on a ticket, they'll spend $250 on a weekend that they don't even remember anymore, right? Some of them on a weekend that they got hammered. But they won't spend it and invest it on themselves, and then they'll wonder 5 years down the line why they're in the same situation or worse than before. So for those people that are on this call and those people that are committed to their success, that always gave me hope, because I realized to achieve success, we got to go hard. We're going to go into battle. But one of the things that is true is this. Those of us that are standing when the dust settles are the ones that are going to succeed. And most people are going to fall through the cracks. They're going to fall, they're going to quit, they're going to listen to the dream stealers, which, by the way, most dream stealers are cleverly disguised as friends and family members. So your job is to still be around when the dust settles, but you got to go through this battle. And then that's when you're going to achieve success and do those things. See, what other people are not willing to do, most people are not willing to invest in themselves. Guess what you should do? Invest in yourself. Most people are not willing to go to a train on the weekend. Guess what you should do? Go to a train on the weekend. Most people are not willing to get in there early, be the last to leave, right? Do more than you get paid to do. That's what most people are not willing to do. Guess what you should do? Do more than you get paid to do. Be in there early, be out there late. Most people are going to have a mindset of, you know what? I'll believe when I see it. And it doesn't work that way. You have to first do, and then you'll have. You have to first believe, then you're going to see it. So the older adage of be, do, have. I first got to, like one thing I knew is this. You taught me this. You got to have $1 million energy. How would you act, JC, you used to say to me? If you were making $1 million, how would you act? Well, this way. How would you dress? This way. And guess what? If you can't afford to buy that $2,000 suit, get you a nice tailored $200 suit. But look the part, because it'll make you feel. So you want to be the person. Would you be there early? Yes, I would. Would you work hard? Yes, I would. Would you stay there late? Yes, I would. You got to first be the person. Then you got to do the things that person would do. Then you'll have the things. But most people, what they want to do is they want to first have. Then they'll be motivated. Some people say, well, if I was making $1 million a year, JC, if I had 4 different businesses that pay me 6 figures plus a year, then guess what? I'd be motivated. Well, on this universe, that's not how it works. On this universe, you have to be, do, and have. You got to pay the price up front and in full. You can't put it on a credit card. You can't put it on layaway. We have to pay the price up front and in full. So that's why I'm excited for when we do these events, because these events are what separate the cream, you know what I mean, the men from the boys and the women from the girls, right? So anyways, man, I just went off on a tangent right there, Mr. Noland, but I'm excited for what's going to happen.
Well, see, that's what happens, man. We go into a mode, it is real. That's what I want people to understand, that this is real. This is raw. This is where you talk about grassroots stuff. It's rare that you're going to have somebody that's made the money that I've made in this industry of business, of direct sales, and then not only made it here, but made it in real estate. So millions of dollars in multiple industries, in the mortgage industry, the real estate industry, in the direct sales industry, to have somebody that will say, hey, I'm going to show you how to do it. I don't care what it is, because I'm going to prove it again that it doesn't matter what your product, what your industry is. If we build strong people and give you systematic steps, there are principles no matter what the business. And I've proved it with too many people. I've got multimillionaires that you're going to meet at that event from multiple industries that I have trained that are from at least 6, 7 different industries, JC.
Wow.
At least 6, 7 different industries that will be there. And then JC's got some he's bringing in that are 7-figure money earners. And then you look around and you go, well, how the hell is this young kid from Mexico who came here with nothing? How much did you and your family bring here, JC? Y'all come here with millions of dollars?
No. Matter of fact, the first time we tried to come here, we didn't make it the first time.
All right, so
try again.
You had to try it again. So, okay, Jason, now watch. Here you are. How old are you?
33.
Everybody better get this. When did you make your first $1 million? How old were you?
I was 29.
29.
I made 1.2 million in 6 months.
Everybody hear that? Now, that's from the principles that JC grabbed and ran with. JC, what kind of car you drive right now?
A Maserati. White Maserati with red interior.
Everybody got to hear this. See, this is what's possible. I mean, I'm going to have another one there that's making over $300,000 a month that just went out and got his Lamborghini. And when I met him, they just struggling and scrapping along, man. I'm telling you. And see, when people get to sniff around my lifestyle, it changes things. Like, JC, you can tell them, you've been to a couple of my houses. What's it look like?
Yeah, they're pretty ridiculous. It's probably the first word that comes to my mind. They're huge, beautiful homes.
See, now, why am I telling y'all that? I'm not telling y'all that to flex. JC not telling you that to flex. We're telling you that to let you know what's possible. We want to get this out of us into you as well. Because we know that'll pay us back. We know that when we have events, we know that when we have materials and we start pouring that out into the world, we know what that's going to do. That will pay us back because we would have earned it. But we can't earn it without changing lives. So hopefully you guys got something out of this tonight, because I tell you what, it's a big time moment. It's a big time movement that's happening, and we want you to be a part of it. So, JC, you got any closing words for everybody tonight?
Yeah, the only thing I would say is this. It's 2016. We're entering the end of 2016, and Mr. Noland, you know that at the end of the year, we all know at the end of the year, most people are saying, Happy New Year, right? When the New Year comes in, December 31st and January 1st, everybody's so eager to say Happy New Year. But as you taught me, words have a meaning. Words have power. And what most people, just like when they say Happy New Year, they're not really paying attention to what they're saying. Just like when somebody says, what's up? They're like, oh, nothing. And you taught me. What do you mean nothing? Everything is up. Can you afford for nothing to be up? Same thing when people say Happy New Year. But let me ask you a question for the people listening. What is happy or new about the new year, about 2016 that was different than 2015? Or what was happy and new about 2015 that was different from 2014? Most people don't have neither a happy or a new year ever. They just sound like a parrot. Every year after year after year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Ask them, what's happy about it for you? What's different about it? What's new about it? Is there something new about it? No. So what's happy about it then, right? I mean, I'm happy to be alive. I'm blessed to be alive. But other than that, people just say Happy New Year, but in reality, they don't do anything to make it any happier or any newer, right? And then come January 1st, what are most people doing? They're at the gym. Try to go to the gym January 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, for the first 2 months, right, to the end of February. You can't find a machine to work out in. But then come March, guess what happens? You can shoot a cannon through that place and not hit anybody, because most people suffer from temporary motivation. That's why not only attending the January 14th event, it's getting Mr. Noland's $1 Million Energy Series, getting his book, listening to stuff like that, getting on his conference calls, getting on his videos, because we have to mold ourselves to become these people that are worthy. If success is watching, it's something, again, that Mr. Noland taught me. So I look every day, success is watching me. Do I deserve the success that I strive for? Because success is watching me when nobody else is watching me. Success is watching me when the door is closed. So at night, I ask myself a couple of questions. Do I deserve to sleep tonight based on the efforts that I did? Okay. Number 2 is, if my team did what I did today, how much money would we make? And number 3 is, would I want to be in business with me? Would I want to be in business with me? And I always answer, yes, I deserve to sleep tonight. We would make a ton of money if my team did what I did today. And Would I want to be in business with me? I'd want to be in business with 10 of me, 100 of me, because I am a champion. Because but I wasn't always a champion. But when you start hanging out with champion people like Mr. Noland, like I consider myself a champion as well. But if you start hanging around with 5 broke people, guess what? You're going to be number 6. So hang out with these people because, as George Foreman said, your network determines your net worth. So act as if. Act as if right now. Here's a little tip I'll give you. Act the way you want to feel, and soon you will feel the way you act. Act the way you want to feel, and soon you'll feel the way you act, because the reality is this. The person that I want to be, the reality is this. Why do we want to go to an event in January that we've got going on? It's very simple. Because when we go, we learn as well. And Mr. Nolan is always studying. He's always working on himself. So am I. Because if having the things that we want to have, we could achieve by the person that we currently are, we would already have them. If it was possible to achieve the things that we want, being the person that we are right now, we'd already have them. So it's not possible. So guess what? We've got to grow and learn from other people. That's why we invest $250 for that event, Mr. Nolan. That event is easily worth $25,000 for 2 days. $250 is almost a joke. But guess what? Because we're building this brand of this training company that we're building, that's the reason why it is what it is. Okay? But guess what? I've been to plenty of Tony Robbins seminars, Mr. Nolan, and I got to tell you, they're great. But the reason why they're great is because it's not you up there training. Okay? So, and guess what? Those trainings cost thousands of dollars. Okay? So anyways, I'm excited. I'm excited for the new year, what we're going to do, how many people we're going to help. I'm excited to be in business with you, Mr. Nolan. And let's go out there and make it happen. Let's do another one of these calls that we'll organize better on Monday or sometime next week. And let's take it to the top. Thank you so much for having me.
I tell you what, JC, I love you with all I got. You're incredible. You're awesome spouse. I just love some Jennifer, Max. We are a family. We're a unit together. We roll. We make things happen together. Listen, everybody, listen. What we're getting ready to do here is going to be legendary. And JC mentions my $1 Million Energy Series is out. I'm going to be teaching some of those key principles in $1 Million Energy that's going to blow you out of this water. And what I know is, I know that people take advantage of moments when the moment is there for the taking. So, a lot of times you got to see the moment just really pop up. Well, it's here. And I want you guys to be a part of it, because people will be talking about this forever. I've watched some of these other trainers out there create these brands. You know what? I'm always clapping and applauding them. And I'm going, man, this is awesome. But I'm going to be real with you. I don't believe anybody's going to be able to have what we put together these next 2 years. And you guys are saying I was there at the beginning. And we're going to create foundational programs for you guys that are really hardcore believing in what we're doing. Would you like to be able to have an opportunity to become a trainer with this? So not only will we do training, but we're going to create trainers. And would you love to be able to revenue share in the growth of this movement? Would you like to get a piece of this thing when we start to fill up stadiums of 5,000 and 10,000 people? That's what's happening now. Who's going to be a part of that is what we're looking for. So, man, I love people. I love people who are hungry. You guys are on here tonight because you're hungry. You hung in there with us tonight because you're hungry. You dealt with us having to make adjustments tonight because you're hungry. Some people say, oh, hell, I can't get on. They went off and they wouldn't turn on the news. You guys didn't do it. You're hungry. So hungry people deserve for that moment to show itself to them. And that's what's happening tonight. I appreciate y'all coming on. We promise you we'll organize this better. Monday or Tuesday, we're coming back. Spread the word with all the people you know, with your teams. I just posted on my Facebook page. You can get with me at facebook.com/J Noland. Facebook.com/J Noland. I'll tag you. You can follow all what's happening. And if you can't friend me, just send me an inbox and I'll friend you. I love and appreciate this moment, this time we had together, guys. I'll catch you very, very soon. I can't wait to meet all of you that are coming to Los Angeles January 14th to 15th. Everyone have a great evening. Bye-bye.